Disrespectful, embarrassing, disgraceful. Watching the meeting in the Oval Office between Trump, Vance, and Zelensky, these were the words that came to my mind. I have since felt a deep sense of anger and outrage over one of the most undiplomatic meetings the world has ever witnessed. President Trump, who is certainly known for his bluster and cavalier attitude, but even this felt too far for him, or at least so I thought. Vice President JD Vance acted as an instigator, jumping in and out of the conversation, escalating the tension, and degrading the entire process. Both Trump and Vance piled on Zelensky, taking turns almost, making sure to absolutely dress him down in front of the world. It was improper, inappropriate, and completely unprofessional conduct. Trump at times is yelling at Zelensky that he has no cards, and then that they, Ukraine, would lose in a few weeks without America. He also condemned him, saying that he, Zelensky, is playing with World War III. Sadly, virtually no condemnations of Russia, its actions, or conduct for virtually the entire meeting by the Trump side. Sure, there are light platitudes said, but nothing so as direct, nor as emotional as the attacks against Zelensky and Ukraine. Vance even saying that Zelensky runs propaganda tours, and as he deflected after when Zelensky asked him if he visited the country. It was humiliating to see a world leader, a president, fighting for his country's very survival, a man that has been at war for 3 years. He has seen his cities destroyed. He has seen his people killed, children kidnapped. It was just outrageous to see him treated with such disdain. Even earlier on, they asked a tactless question. I think it was Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband, where he lectured Zelensky for not wearing a suit. The reason Zelensky doesn't wear a suit is for his own personal reason. He has decided not to wear one until the war is over. Perhaps it is a symbol of unity for his people, but regardless, it is hardly something worth critiquing, especially with far more important matters at hand. As alluded to earlier, JD Vance acted as the instigator for this conflict. Zelensky at one point was explaining to him how Vladimir Putin has violated ceasefire agreements multiple times. He asked Vance what kind of diplomacy they seek with Putin. Vance then proceeds to lecture Zelensky on speaking about this in front of the media and immediately goes on the attack, saying that he, Zelensky, is disrespectful and Ukraine forces conscripts to war. This is where the conversation begins to escalate and went off the rails. Another point, Vance then eggs Trump on even more twice. Once interrupting and demanding Zelensky say thank you again, something he has done many times, including at the very beginning of this meeting, and another time accusing Zelensky of campaigning with the opposition, referring to a time when Zelensky went to an arms factory with Governor Shapiro of Pennsylvania. To my knowledge, he did not campaign for Kamala. Trump and his supporters allege that Zelensky says he doesn't want a ceasefire or a peace deal, but that is not at all what he has said multiple times. He does want a fair deal, but it has to have security guarantees. This is because Ukraine does not want a temporary ceasefire that allows Russia to merely reset, replenish, and attack again in a few years. They want a lasting peace. Just have to say, this entire episode was an embarrassment for America, and it was embarrassing to watch by the world. It has really left a deep pain and sickness in a lot of people's stomachs. People all around the world and in America did not appreciate the way that the president and vice president conducted themselves, and overall, it was one of the most undiplomatic episodes in American history. This is not how you treat a war leader. This is not how you treat an ally. Certainly you don't treat them this way in public. This is not how you conduct diplomacy. I really wish better for our allies. I wish better for Ukraine, and I wish better for America. I look forward to the days when we can live up to our once. I look forward to the days when we can live up to our ideals again, because what we are seeing right now is not the America so many of us grew up to love. Best wishes to Ukraine in their fight. I do hope that somehow, some way, through all this turmoil and chaos, they will find themselves with a peace deal that will last. I do hope that for the best for them, and I hope that for the best for Europe and America, and I hope somehow we get there, but this diplomacy, or lack thereof, was not the way to go. Very disappointed to see such disrespect. We can do better than this. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye.